What's going on, B-Risers? Hope you're all doing well. Got a question from one of you guys, and I thought, you know what, this is a good topic for a video. So we're gonna roll out with it today. And it is, as you guys have seen the title, why is it so hard to find truth about healing the body naturally and what we can do about it? And it even ties in with it may be hard to be healthy, to stay healthy. And I wanted to just give my 5 reasons why I think it is so hard to find truth nowadays, and then what we can do about it. So I would say the first reason is we're living in such an information age, and there is such an information overload. If you guys haven't noticed already, with social media, a lot of the news out there, the entertainment industry, there's just so much information out there and put on us that it can be really hard to find out what is truth, who to believe. And really, I've come to realize it's just about believing in yourself. And if we're wanting to find truth about healing the body, we have to look within. And we also have to look at nature. And for me, I really had to look at the science as well and look at chemistry and physics, because that is, what rules this planet. I love looking at the chemistry we're consuming as well as the energies we're interacting with on a day-to-day basis. And that can really play with our mental mind, as well as play on our emotions. And then that can affect us physically. So I love looking at chemistry and physics, and I love looking at the science, but we can also get lost in that world because there are so many studies out there that are being funded by certain companies or industries. So there's a conflict of interest even with some of the studies out there. But I still like to look at scientific studies from reliable sources, reputable sources. And I like to look at the longest living cultures. What are they doing? What are they practicing in their lives every day? And the biggest thing for me is my own experience and your own experience. And there are so many people having different experiences and sharing them. But ultimately, you are your best teacher, and the answers are within you. You have to try things out for yourself and see and understand what's going on as well. What's going on with the chemistry you're consuming? How does that affect your body? Again, physics, cause and effect. We want to look at, why are there these health problems? What could be causing them? What could be giving me these symptoms, these horrible effects? And we need to understand the chemistry we're bringing in every day, the air that we're breathing, who we're interacting with, what we put on our skin, what are we drinking every day? So we really want to look at, are we hydrating the body? And keeping it simple as always. You'll find that we can get lost in scientific studies, but if we really just look at nature and our anatomy and physiology, we can see that it's really simple to understand. But a lot of times the mind can get caught up in a lot of other minds out there. And that leads me to the next point is belief systems are really causing confusion out there. And there are so many people that have belief systems, which is BS. And they're spewing a lot of information based on their own belief system, and they may have been programmed and taught wrong. And a lot of times that's what we're seeing, in schools nowadays. There's so much information that people are learning and studying, and it's not necessarily correct. And that can get passed down through years, decades. So we always really want to look at the science. We want to look at reliable sources, and we want to look at our own experience. And does it make sense with nature? And not get lost in people's belief systems, other people's opinions and ideas, because we've all been programmed. Our minds have been programmed to a certain extent, and they've been conditioned. And a lot of people may be just repeating what others are saying. And even myself, I want to always try to remain open and hear everybody's opinion, even if it's different than mine. But I also like to look at, does it make sense? Does it also make sense scientifically? And what was their experience? What, are their blood tests show? How do they feel? Are they healthy? Are they happy? And, other tests and experiences, what have they gone through? Have they gotten parasites out? Have they gotten mucus out? What did they do to get mucus out? These are such important questions, and I love looking and hearing out everyone's experience. But ultimately, you know what's best, and if you're struggling with so much information out there and listening to other people, I find it's good just to start focusing on yourself and start listening to yourself more and trusting yourself. The next thing that I would say that we can get off track from finding truth or staying healthy are distractions. In case you guys haven't noticed, there are so many distractions out there. There is just so much information, entertainment, media, advertisements out there, and we can easily be distracted on a minute by minute basis. And there's just so much going on. And if we're not careful, we can get caught up in the drama of it all. And so for what I say to keep focused is just to take some time away from even the television, the radio, social media, and start focusing on yourself. Start focusing on healing yourself and spending some time giving yourself nourishing food, creating an environment that is healthy and that's serving you, and eliminating what isn't serving you, and eliminating what's bringing you stress, and knowing that you deserve to do that. And you deserve to create that space for yourself that's going to bring you some peace and happiness. And so sometimes you have to get away from it all, and you have to take some time and really go out into nature or somewhere where it's quiet to be able to hear your own voice and be able to spend some time with yourself where you're really tapping into what makes me truly happy. What do I feel is going to bring health and happiness to my body and my soul? And so you can sometimes can't hear that voice when you're always distracted and surrounded with so much noise. So you really want to remove yourself to a peaceful environment so you can really tap in with yourself and even do some meditation. The next thing that I would say that would, spin off the distractions is illusions. A lot of times we can get caught up in someone else's world, start following someone just because they're maybe a celebrity, an actor, actress, a model, someone that we really look up to. We can get caught into following them and following exactly what they do just because we may think they look healthy and happy on the outside, but really we have to watch because a lot of the media out there and the advertisements and a lot of these actors and actresses are really there just to be an actor, and they may be selling us products or selling us information that's not necessarily healthy or provides us with any happiness. So we have to really watch what we're tuning into and who we're focusing on and following. And we ultimately want to just follow ourselves, follow our own intuition, and not get caught up in following someone just because they may look good on the outside we don't really know what their arteries look like. We don't know what their bowels look like on the inside. Do they have, hardened arteries? How really happy are they? A lot of times you'll find that a lot of these actors and celebrities are getting paid just to sell a product, and it's not even healthy for people or the planet, and they really are selling their souls just for money, and they're really not happy deep down. So we want to watch who we're following, because we can get into these traps if we're not careful. And ultimately, we want to follow ourselves and really just focusing on how can we make our own life better. And I also wanted to just tap on the last point about even just society as a whole. Friends and family in particular has a huge influence on us, and we can even get caught up in doing, taking their advice, following their advice, because we may think they know better or what's best for us, when really it doesn't make us happy in the end. And I have so much experience with that. I would take someone's advice and follow what they're doing when really it never made me happy on the inside. And I was only doing it because I thought they knew better. And a lot of times we think listening to people, even based on age, our parents, listening to them thinking they may know better, know what's best for us, when really it may not be. And they are only giving their advice based on what's worked for them and what they know. And remember that a lot of people have conditioned, programmed minds, and they are only giving you their experience. And everyone has a different experience. Everyone has, different thoughts and different truths as well. So we really want to just gain our own truth, really tap in with ourselves, start listening to ourselves. What do we really want for ourselves? And again, what has our experience been? Because I could follow what someone else has been doing, but they may be doing it just for the money, and they're not really happy on the inside. But they're just giving me their advice because that's all they know, and they think they're happy, but really they're not. And so we want to start listening to ourselves and really trusting ourselves, and trusting what we're doing is best for us, and not doing it because you think that's going to make someone else happy. And if we're not careful, if we follow someone else, doesn't matter if it's a parent or a friend or a celebrity, if we're following that person, we have to be careful, because if we follow what they're doing, we're going to end up like them. So look to see, are they healthy? Are they happy? What does their blood test look like? Do they have a lot of health problems? And are they truly happy? Because if we take their advice and they're not getting results and they're not truly happy, then I would really question following everything they say. So it's good to be open, but it's good to question everything, and also experience for ourselves. Trust ourselves, start trusting our intuition, and not just following someone or doing something based on money or getting caught up too much in the drama of it all. Even fear can keep us in traps, can prevent us from getting healthier and happier. And so it's really just about trusting yourself, understanding what you're doing, and getting more into nature, spending time alone, meditating, connecting with nature. And that's where you're going to get your strength. That's where you're going to get your happiness. Everything that you need is already in you. And I think a lot of people look externally looking for that, but you already are everything. You already have the answers. You already have truth. It's within you. You just need to spend some time with yourself and listen to yourself. And you can only do that and hear yourself when you take some time out for yourself. So I always say just keep focusing on your health and your happiness, and that is more valuable than any money out there or fame. and your health and happiness is your greatest wealth. So hope that video helps you out. I am going to be rolling out with a lot more on detox as well, but this one specifically I want to talk to you because it's really about addressing the mind and emotions and the distractions out there, not getting too caught up in it all. So I hope this video helps you out, and stay tuned for more. As always, be your beautiful selves, be getting in some fruits and vegetables today, and be getting out in nature. And when you do that, we will all be rising.